So, everybody, welcome back to another community call. Thank you for everybody who's able to make it live or is listening to it on YouTube. My name is Travis. I'll be hosting this community call today. I'm a fairly new hire at Acala, so if you don't recognize me or my voice just yet, hopefully we'll be able to connect in some way, exchange some words in the near future. On the stage with me, I have Alvin and Angie from the MetaDefender team. How are you two doing today?
Hello, I'm
Oh,
Angie.
hello. Hello, this is Elvin. I'm great.
That's awesome. It's a pleasure to have you guys here. It's going to be a fun session. So the agenda for today, I'll quickly be going over Acala 2.0 and the Euphrates app. It will be a quick update. Betty just had a live stream going into full details. If you weren't able to catch that yesterday, that video will be posted later this afternoon or evening, depending on where you are. But I'll still go over a quick review just for those who couldn't catch it. And then after that, we'll be finding out more about the MetaDefender team, the team, their products, what makes them unique, and how you can get involved. So get nice and comfy. If you have a snack, you can grab it, and let's dive right into it. So for the Acala 2.0 update, let's start with the ACA token. So there was a change in the tokenomics with emissions aimed to reward active participants and encourage ecosystem growth. So if you're an ACA holder or even a staker, I suggest you cast your votes on Subsquare. Have your voices heard. For the next 6 years, 100 million ACA per year will be emitted, with half of it dedicated for ACA staking and the other half for ecosystem growth, mostly in fostering liquidity and adoption. What's interesting to note is that if our ecosystem meets the expectations and standards of the community, we can actually stop emissions early. So let's say in 3 years, we are the thriving Acala ecosystem we are now working towards. We can vote to stop emissions. And then with token burns also in place, at some point, ACA could be deflationary. So there's some exciting times ahead, lots of work to do, lots of growth to do, but pretty promising future. There is still one more step for ACA, and that is ACA version 3. That's where there will be voting on more specific topics such as security, dynamic voting, and things like that. More information of that is coming soon, as that is the next step for ACA. In regards to ACEED, the ACEED to the AUSD to ACEED conversion has already happened. For most users, there's no additional actions that needed to take place. The next step for ACEED is the vault conversion and later redemption. Unfortunately, I can't speak too much into details of those steps as I don't carry the necessary information today, but we will be speaking about an opportunity involving ACEED later with the MetaDefender team. So that's some cool stuff coming soon. But before we get into that, the last little update I have for you guys is about Euphrates. Hopefully everyone here has interacted or at least seen the launch of Euphrates. If you're holding LC dot, you can stake it into one of the LST pools to earn boosted rewards in the form of ACA and participating project tokens, for example, T dots. What's most exciting about Euphrates is that it will soon host dot staking, and that's predicted to be on the 24th, so just a few days away. So again, if you have your LC dot staked, it will automatically be converted into dot and then placed into the LST pool that you chose. If you're looking for your dot in crowd loans, we do have a search feature available found on top of the Euphrates website. It's a nice shiny pink button. And then also for when our crowd loan expires, the option to convert your LC dot back into dot will also be available on the Euphrates site. And if you don't know the Euphrates site, it's farm.acala.network. Accessible through Acala's main platform as well on the homepage or the sidebar that says Euphrates. The next large step for Euphrates will be to integrate more LSTs from other ecosystems. For example, Ethereum LSTs. This is why we have the unified account system in place. It's to prepare for the multi-chain expansion. So if you've already have that set up, you will have a lot less friction for when that comes in the future. Again, if you want more in-depth details of these topics of the Acala 2.0, and Euphrates. The recording of Betty's live stream yesterday will be posted later today on YouTube. It's just doing some quick edits and some fixes with the subtitles. So now, without further ado, let's dive into MetaDefender, the derivatives market and derivative product experts. Alvin, would you like to share with us what products MetaDefender is building?
Hello. Yeah, it's very happy to be here tonight. And thank you for everyone here listening to me. Yeah. Briefly, I want to say some DeFi protocols have created the yield trade market, like Pando Finance, very popular recently. But MetaDefender is the first yield derivatives market. In our platform, users can leverage their LRS token profit by trading yield perps or use our strategy to get fixed yield without lockup period, somehow like demand deposit in the bank in traditional finance. Yeah. Thank you.
That's really cool. What before we kind of get into the details of it, what problems is this solving in the space?
Oh, okay. Compared with problems, I'd rather say who to whom we are providing our service for. Yes, and basically we are serving for two kinds of users. For those who treat LRS token as kind of national debt, they are searching for some real low-risk assets and a relatively stable income. And we work to reduce the fluctuation of LRS token yield rate. That means a real delta-neutral interest rate. When you invest, for example, STEs, no matter its APR rise up to 5% or drop down to 3%, you can keep a real fixed yield at maybe 4%, for example, in our DF. And this interest yield can be fixed no matter how long you deposit. And this is the most important point that make us different from Pando or earlier it is Element. Yeah, that means the fixed interest rate, no matter how long you deposit, could be really fixed. And even OG protocols like Avi or Compound has never really founded a fixed rate market, but we make it true. Yeah. And another kind of user is somehow risk desire. And as we know, the interest rate of RS token or maybe RWA tokens, yes, it is always fluctuating, just like the price of Bitcoin and is. Yeah. And as it is something goes up and down, people can trade it with long and short. For the yield of RST, firstly, MetaDefender tokenize it, and then build a perp market, allowing users to long or short the tokenized yield, just like we long or short is on maybe GMX or perps on Arbitrum. This means by our project, users can trade LRS tokens with leverage and can benefit from the fluctuation of the LRS token interest rate, no matter it rises or drops. Yeah. And this increases their income for many times. Thank you.
No, that's great. A true fixed rate product is what the market really needs, and like you said, a lot of projects have tried to build this fixed rate product, and MetaDefender really might be the one that finds the solution for it. That's really cool. Now we're talking about a lot of different terms, so maybe we can take a step back and maybe simplify some of the things for our audience. Can you explain what derivatives and perpetual contracts are and why do they matter in DeFi?
Oh, okay. Well, talking about derivatives, the corresponding concept is the spots. Yeah. The most easy way to understand is in DeFi, we buy and sell different tokens like maybe ETH, DOT, or UNI, or Bitcoin, and trading with these tokens directly, indexes or sexes. This is called spot trading. Yes. So correspondingly, derivatives is a kind of asset that there is one or more than one kind of spots underlying it, and the value of the derivatives is decided by the underlying asset. And for example, if something works like this, just an image, when the price of ETH goes up, rises $1, and some asset we name it as asset A. Its asset A's price rises $2. Yeah, we can say that it is kind of derivatives. A is kind of derivatives, which is driven by is. And maybe futures contract is the most widely accepted derivatives in both traditional finance and DeFi. And in the context of cryptocurrencies, we also meet with a perpetual contract, or maybe referred to as a perpetual swap. Just call it perpetual. This is type of a special type of futures that doesn't have an expiry date. This means traders can hold their positions for without a expiry date. Maybe hold their positions for many years. Maybe, yeah. And these contracts mimic the price of the underlying asset and are commonly used for trading cryptocurrencies. They offer leverage, allowing traders to amplify their gains or losses, and makes the trading more sexy and attractive. So this is what does the perpetual mean and why it is widely welcomed in DeFi. Thank you.
Okay, so that's cool. So then you're trading on the price movement of an asset, and with that, you allow to have leverage or different opportunities. Is that why it matters to DeFi, or what's the importance of derivatives and perpetuals in DeFi?
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, some missing on my could you please repeat the question again?
Yes, of course. You were mentioning about you were actually describing what derivatives are, and it's more on betting on the price movement of an asset, of the underlying asset, that allows for leverage and other products. Is
Yeah,
that why
yeah.
it matters in DeFi, or why specifically do derivatives and perpetuals need to
Oh,
be in DeFi? Yeah.
oh yeah, yeah. Because I think that is something special with the cryptocurrency market itself. Yes. So the DeFi always see the maybe freedom or very heartbeat in trading, very important. Yeah. So more leverage, more sexy, a more attractive market. So users in DeFi love to trade with leverage, love to play with perpetuals rather than more than the spots. Yeah.
Definitely. It's more fun, definitely more attractive. Okay, so you mentioned your LST yield perpetual market, which is already a crazy concept. Can you tell us more about it, and how does it work?
You mean the LST yield perpetual?
Yes, the
Yeah.
LST yield
Okay.
perpetuals. Yes.
Okay. This is a creation by us, and I have said maybe we are the first yield perpetual market in DeFi world. Yeah. And when we are talking about the perps, we always think of firstly we don't need to pay attention to the RS token. We just say perps. Yes. And we always think of GMX on Arbitrum. It is the largest and most successful perp market among all the layer 2 blockchains. And playing with GMX is not difficult. Let's take ETH as an example. We can deposit ETH itself as collateral to long ETH, or deposit USDC as collateral to short it. This long or short is about the price of ETH calculated in US dollar. So let's moving back to RS tokens, or even maybe RWAs. Anyway, the RWAs perform in similar way with RS tokens, right? Yeah. And when we look at the yield rate of an RST, we found it is fluctuating from 3% to 5% day by day. Yeah, and just like the price of ETH in US dollars fluctuated every day. So it is simple to understand. As we can long or short ETH on GMX, why can't we long or short the fluctuating APR on some other perp markets? And we are teaming up closely with the Pando ecosystem. Maybe I will introduce more details later. Yeah, and well, Pando has already make a it is a big player in the yield market. Its yield token, for short we call it YT, represents the changing yield of an RST or RWA token. And this gives us a good object or target to long or short with. And one step further, let's move one step further. When we say RS token APR is 4% or 5%, it is the underlying asset standard. For example, STE's yield is standard. L dot or T dot yield is dot standard. And you remember the ETH price is US dollar standard. Yeah. So it is easy to imagine that we just like what we did in GMX, we can now deposit YT of STEs as collateral to long YT itself, which is actually longing the APR of STEs. And we can deposit ETH as collateral to short YT. Just think in the GMX way, right? It is easy to understand. And it works works almost the same for other ETH-driven RS tokens, for the DOT-driven RS tokens, and for US dollar standard RWAs. Yeah.
No,
So of
that's
course,
really.
yeah. Okay, yeah.
Sorry,
and,
continue. Sorry, continue. No, no.
Okay, am I right? So of course, YT itself is not as simple as it is if you are familiar with how Pendle works. Yeah, you know YT is something a little bit special. Yeah, it has some special features, and when we really need to do something, and we need to do something on it before we really deposit as a collateral. But simply we can just imagine the mechanism of our yield perpetual just in the GMX way. But in fact, for details, we need to wrap the YT in a token named meta YT that is created by us. Yeah, before we really deposit it as a collateral to long or short. And if you are interested in this part, you can read our docs or DM me in our community at any time. I will be very happy to explain more details for you. Thank you.
Yeah, no, this is great, and to be able to long or short the rates. I guess you said it fluctuates from 3 to 5%, usually daily. There's definitely a market for people who want to long or short that, and plus the percentage isn't as crazy as some of the changes in crypto. So I can see the opportunity there. And of course, with something so new and innovative, I definitely suggest that if this interests you, to check out the documentations on MetaDefender, because the more you know, the more you can understand, and perhaps you cannot understand it all the first time that you hear it. So thank you for explaining that, Alvin. You also mentioned that there was a fixed income product on MetaDefender. You're mentioning it
Yes.
at the beginning. Um, what gap does this fill for investors, or who should be interested or looking into this product?
Yeah. Okay. I have said it looks somehow like a demand deposit in traditional banks. So many people will need it, no matter in a current bear market or the coming bull market. And in fact, although this has been the third year since the DeFi summer, there are still few products that really provide a fixed yield rate for investors. And Avi and Compound have tried to do so, but they failed. Yeah. And however, a fixed yield rate, no matter with or without a lockup period, it is very important. It is a very important. I think it is an infrastructure in any financial system. Just think how important the demand deposit is in traditional bank, right? And in the current bear market, there are not many good assets to invest in. Yeah, so many users are holding idle funds in their wallet. Many centralized exchanges offer some financial products like one-click earn on Binance, yeah, to deal with idle funds. But who can provide service? Who can service the funds on chain by a decentralized way? This is what I think. Yeah. And the fixed yield is always used for hedging the interest rate fluctuation risk. Both individuals, users, and maybe institutions will need it. And this is where our fixed income product, we call it meta earn. This is where we step in. And just now, I have introduced Pendle, who provided a fixed yield for users who have enough patience to hold a PT till the maturity. Yeah. But if something caused that a user need to sell his PT before the maturity, he has to sell the PT at the marketplace. That may not give him the demanded fixed yield rate when he bought the PT at the very beginning. Yeah. So this means when you want to get a real fixed yield in Pendle, you should buy a PT and hold it until the maturity. Usually maybe it takes 1 year or 2 years or even longer. Yeah. But with our MetaEarn, this problem is solved. And here you can get a fixed yield no matter how long you stay in our DApp. No need to hold a PT or something like PT until its so-called maturity. Yeah. But in fact, we still work with the PT tool deployed by Pendle. Yes. Let's still take PT as the example. Yeah. When you firstly you buy a PT and you get a fixed rate if you hold it until the maturity, and this rate is we call it the target rate, and we aim to fix it even if you sell the PT out before the maturity. And now with a target rate on any day before the maturity, we can get a target price of PT. And using the target rate and how long have you hold the PT, we can calculate a target price of PT on each day after the purchasing and before the maturity. Yes. And the problem we are facing is that the PT price at that day may have a difference from the target price. But in Pendle ecosystem, we can it is a very interesting formula that is PT plus YT always equals 1 underlying. In RS token, it is 1 is, and in RWA it is US dollar. So I say by the underlying set standard, PT plus YT always equals 1. So if the PT price is lower than the target price, it must lead to the corresponding YT price is higher than the YT target price. So which is 1 minus PT's target price. Yeah. So still, you can still remember the yield perf we talked about the YT just now. Yeah. So we can build up a strategy. When you can purchase a PT spot on Pendle Finance, and while purchasing a PT, you can open a long YT position at the same time, and this forms a portfolio. You can hold it, and on any day you need to clear this portfolio. If PT price is lower than the target, your long YT position must have profit. And if the PT price is higher than demanded, a long YT position must have a loss. And that means you fix the yield of the whole portfolio, not the PT itself. Yeah. And the yield always equals PT target price of the sell up day. Yes. Maybe and the yield always equals PT target price of the sell up day minus PT price when you bought it. Yeah. This will be very helpful for the mass adoption of DeFi in the next bull market, I believe. Yes. I wish I have explained clearly, but I know it is a little bit complex. Yeah. Maybe if somebody is interested in it, welcome to DM me. Yeah.
No, I think you did a great job. From my understanding, yes, you don't have to wait for your principal asset to reach its full maturity to benefit from the rates, and as well you're using perpetual markets to fix the rates so that if the rate was supposed to go above the rates, the perpetual will kind of bring it down, but also if it was supposed to be under the rates, your long or short that's happening is fixing it to that rate. So it's a little complicated. I wouldn't be able to explain the technicalities of it like you did, but you really are bringing this fixed rate and but still having the almost liquidity or fluidity of moving and managing your portfolio. So that sounds really cool. There was a question in the chat. We'll see if we can slip it in right now. But does MetaDefender have any stablecoin yield product or plan to offer like a euro stablecoin product?
Uh, that means the not only on LS tokens but also for stablecoin or maybe stablecoin standard products, right?
Yes, that's a question
Yes, we
from
will.
the audience. Yeah.
Yes, we will have. For example, if you open the website of Pendle Finance, you can see the Pendle has started to service for some US dollar standard RWAs like SDI or maybe the EUSD. Yeah, these markets all they all gain high TVL and start working now. And just now I say that LS token is a native token standard, and the RWAs now mostly are based by the American national debt. Yeah, and this that is the maybe the a good US dollar standard target for us to play with. Yes, and since Pendle has built up the pools for the U.S. dollar standard RWAs, and so we can deeply and our perp market can work with these U.S. dollar standard Pendle pools to build up the corresponding perp pool or the fixed yield product. It is easy for us. Yes,
No, that's
if
cool.
you want, yes, no
Cool. No, it's
problem.
like exciting times. Another question to kind of go down, like liquidity is a big topic in crypto in general, but definitely in these markets, especially derivatives markets. How does MetaDefender solve the liquidity problem when it comes to LST yields and products?
Oh, okay. Here I should introduce another interesting idea made by ourselves. That is, we name it as a redeployable liquidity provide token. That is a redeployable LP. Yeah. And usually when we have played with DeFi for so many years, we all know that as a liquidity provider, one provider can only put their liquidity into one pool, maybe Uniswap, maybe Acala swap, maybe yeah. Mm. And as we are a perf marketplace, and we have our own market maker pool, just like GMX has its GLP. We have our own market maker pool here, and we need liquidity providers in. But we have a special way to let our LPs earn more. Yes, as our LP hold many ETH or US dollar in our contract. Yes, we won't have these ETH or US standard stablecoin to sleep in our contract, and a portion of these ETH or US dollars stablecoin will be deposited into Pendle Swap to be a Pendle LP. This means you are a LP who deposit ETH in our pool, and we wrap this a part of this that is and redeploy it into Pendle. Yes. Since Pendle LP mostly don't suffer from very huge impermanent loss, this is why we could do it. This is where we have confidence to do that. Yeah. And additionally, this will be done through Equilibra or PimPi to boost its yield. So if you are familiar with Pendle ecosystem, you will know a lot about these yield boosting products. Yeah. So being a LP on MetaDefender, users can earn perp fees from MetaDefender, can earn our native tokens from our tokenomic, and additionally through the redeployable mechanism, you can also earn Pendle token. You can earn PNP token from PenPy or EQB token from Equilibra and Pendle swap fees. Yes, there are maybe 5 or 6 kinds of profits you can get at the same time. Just act as our LP. Yes, and everyone like more rewards, right? This will and by this way, this will attract more LPs to join our yield perpetual market as a market making funds. And I think this is mostly we attract when we attract more LPs, we mostly use the real yield come from outside of MetaDefender. Yes, we use additional Pendle token or PNP or EQB to attract LPs into our contract rather than just distribute our native token. This is much more healthy than other DeFi product, I think. Yes, and this is our solution to attract the liquidity provider into a newly built up IRST perpetual.
Now that's definitely more attractive if you know that your LP is being maximized, really. It's being used as much as possible and there's as much rewards that could almost possibly be received from LP. So this redeployable LP sounds like really cool, and I could definitely see people thinking, hey, why don't I just put it with MetaDefender if they will set me up for the best possible returns? You guys have some great ideas coming ahead. It's really exciting times. Let's switch to another topic. Earlier, I mentioned that there is potentially an A-seed opportunity. Would you guys be able to explain a little bit about A-seeds option trading? I think Angie will potentially
Of course.
talk about this. Um, so how does this product work for A-seed?
Hello, everyone. So firstly, let me explain what is a call option, because this is a option product MetaDefender is providing for ACID. So a call option gives the option buyer the right, but not the requirement, to purchase an asset at a specific price, as known as the strike price. So if the end price is higher than the strike price, the option buyer can gain a profit of the price difference. So we both know that ACID's price is depegged now, so much less than it should be. So we created a way you can benefit from its future rise. Let me explain how it works. So at the start of each month, we will open 3 new vaults for something called like I mentioned, the call options. These are not about buying AC directly. Instead, the option buyer will predict if the AC's price will go up to certain levels within the within this month. So we set the strike price at 1 and 10%, 1 and 15%, or 130% of the price at the last day of the purchase period, which is the first 10 days of each month. So you can choose a vault and say, I believe ACID can reach this price. And if you are right and the price goes up or beyond your target, you will win a payout. Also, there's another role you can play. Let's say you think, no, I don't think ACID will hit that target price. So you can choose to be a option seller. You are basically taking the opposite bet. And here's the cool part: you will get paid a premium upfront for taking on that risk. So it's just about guessing the price direction right. Yeah, that's how it works.
That's really cool. I mean, it allows people to really choose a side, and it's AC to something at least our community is pretty familiar with. So you can, yes, choose to bet on it, predict that its price will go up to a certain point, or bet against it and predict that it will go down. And like you said, there's a premium if you vote against, and it'll be interesting to see how that works out. Is there a specific reason why you chose A seed, or what I mentioned is mostly the reason for it?
Yes, because we chose ACID because we think there's a real opportunity. Right now, the price is pretty low, not packed like it normally should be, and we think it's going to rise. So while ACID is working its way back to the packed value, MetaDefender's option trading product can give everyone a chance to hedge and earn at the same time. That's why we choose ACID.
No, that's definitely cool. I definitely want to get involved and put my bets in. Is how can someone participate in this option trading of A-seed?
Yeah, like I just said, one can be a option buyer and or a option seller. Actually, we have a very short tutorial. Let me share it.
Oh, yeah, okay. I could share it as well, unless you have it ready.
I have it already. Let me check this one.
Welcome to the MetaDefender tutorial. MetaDefender is your gateway to option trading, mainly focusing on A-seed on the Acala mainnet and M-seed on the Mandala testnet. While the A-seed option trading will launch in November, you can now enjoy option trading for M-seed on our platform. In this tutorial, we'll guide you through using MetaDefender for M-seed option trading on the Mandala testnet. First things first, you need to set up your accounts. Since MetaDefender works with both the Acala mainnet and testnet, ensure you bind your Substrate and Ethereum accounts for a smooth experience. Haven't done it yet? Our handbook provides detailed steps. If you notice the wrong network notification, click on it and follow the steps to switch to the Mandala testnet. Now, for trading on the Mandala testnet, remember to use MUSDT. Get MUSDT easily by clicking on the faucet on our page, granting you 10,000 MUSDT each time. Ensure you have enough MACA in your wallet to cover the gas fees. For obtaining MACA, refer to our handbook. MetaDefender's option trading features 3 unique vaults, each with its own strike prices. These vaults remain active for 30 days. You might notice a percentage displayed for each vault, like 110%, before the end of the purchase period. This percentage is used to determine the vault's strike price, equating to that specific percentage of the M-seed price on the last day of the purchase period. The actual strike price will be computed and updated upon the conclusion of the purchase period. As a user, you have the freedom to choose which vault to join, based on your market predictions and strategies. If the page notification shows X days left until the end of purchase period, it's time to buy options. Let's dive in. Taking 231030_glimmer as an example, enter this vault and choose buy option. Input the amount you wish and click Calculate Premium to view the estimated cost. Once you confirm, you'll get option NFTs visible in the portfolio section. If the page notification displays X days left until the end of selling period, it's the underwriting phase. You can start underwriting. Taking 231030_glimmer as an example, go to the respective vault, select Sell option, and input the amount. Confirm your choice, and a seller certificate will appear in your portfolio. This certificate is proof of your underwriting activity. When you spot both notifications, the selling period has ended and the purchase period has ended, it's time for option sellers to withdraw any unused underwriting capital. Navigate to the corresponding NFT in the seller certificate section and click Remove Liquidity, which will then generate a seller medal. Also, at any given moment, regardless of the purchase or selling period, sellers can take rewards from this NFT interface or transfer the seller certificate to someone else. If an option strikes within the 30-day cycle, option buyers can claim their payouts. Navigate to the corresponding NFT and select Claim to receive your funds. For sellers, if the option doesn't strike and you haven't removed liquidity before, head to the seller certificate NFT and click Remove Liquidity to retrieve your provided liquidity. If you've previously removed liquidity, find the corresponding NFT under Seller Medal and click Remove Liquidity to claim the remaining funds. Thank you for joining us on this tutorial journey with MetaDefender. We're committed to providing a seamless and transparent trading experience. If you have any further questions or need assistance, always refer to our handbook or reach out to our dedicated support team. Happy trading, and see you in the world of DeFi!
Yeah, So you can also check this one out in our YouTube channel as well.
No, awesome. That seems exciting. I actually love the certificates that were added. Yeah, what a great video. And like it was mentioned, if you want to watch it again, it is on YouTube, and that handbook is very helpful. If you have any problems setting up an account and testing out the world of DeFi. Um, I've heard that you guys have a Zeely campaign going on. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, sure. So our Zilly campaign is happening now and will end this month. So you guys still have time to take part in. This campaign is all about earning points. So just yesterday we kicked off a 10-day task marathon. Here's how it works. So you need to interact with our contract every day, following some simple steps. And you can rack up over 10K points in this category alone. So we also got a bunch of other tasks you can dive into. Some of them are educational, like exploring our Dapp page or reading our books. Others are like quiz-style task with multiple choice questions. And I just found out that nearly 80% of the Zilly participants scored almost perfectly after starting our handbooks. So that's very easy questions. And if you like being creative, you can also make some memes or stickers for us. The current sprint of this Zilly campaign is closing out at the end of this month. So we are offering USDT rewards for the top 50 participants. So come and enjoy.
No, that sounds great. That sounds like fun. And you guys heard it. There's about 10 days left. There's the 10 days marathon or sprint left of the Zeely
Yeah.
campaign.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me add
You have
something.
more opportunity to gain the points and earn the rewards.
Hello?
Yes.
I want to add something. And now, if you open our Zilly campaign page, you may see as it is open since the October the 1st. You can see there are already many people on the leaderboard. They have get numbers of XPs. Yes, but don't worry. And as we opened a set of new vaults yesterday. And this new vault is used to, we aim to attract more users to really interact with our smart contract, really to use our product. Yes, so the newly opened vaults will be given much more higher XPs. Yeah. Much more higher than the other tasks before. Yeah. So even you join today, although only 10 days remain, yes, if you follow the task every day, you will have the opportunity to catch up with the top players on the leaderboard and earn high XPs and at last get our airdrop, get our US dollar reward. Yes. So don't worry. Yeah.
You heard it directly from the team. It's not too late. Though you're catching the last 10 days, it's not too late to get your name on the leaderboard. I'm definitely going to check it out after this community call. I do have a question from the chat. How about margin requirements? What are the margin requirements for selling A-seed options?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Yes. What are the margin requirements for selling A-seed options? Like how much collateral is needed to sell an A-seed option?
Maybe he's asking this does it has a limit for setting or purchasing ACID options or
I will double check with the chat, but let's answer that question. Yes, is there a limit or a requirement, I guess, a minimum or maximum?
Okay, as it is a option trading market, we can easily understand how much you can purchase is decided by how much others sell. Yeah. So so when we talk about the option, we always focus on the option payout. So if we can exercise the option and we can get the amount of the option payout, we can get that amount of money back. That means I won from this option. Yeah, yeah. And so the when you purchase a option, how much the maximum option payout is decided by is decided by how much unused capital is remained in the uh, in the in the vault pool by all the option sellers. That means if there are two option sellers and each of them deposited 100 AC here, yes, and when you are the first option buyer, yes, and so when you buy an option, you want to you fill in the option payout, and the option payout you filled in should be less than 200 AC. Yeah. And I think this is a limit. Maybe this is the margin you need. You meant. I wish
Yes.
I wish this can explain your question.
Yes. Hopefully that answers the question. I do have I have another question for you guys. If one of our users is using your product and has these small questions to ask, where is the best place to get help from the MetaDefender team?
Okay. We have the a Telegram community, yes, and we also have our official Discord community. And this is my personal account. And on Telegram my name is MetaDefender Elvid. Yes. You can easily find me on in our Telegram chatting group. And if you have any questions, just DM me, please. Yeah.
Awesome. That's
I will be
great.
I will be always online unless I am sleeping.
Yeah, definitely have the whole MetaDefender team ready to help you if you guys have any additional questions. We are approaching the hour, so I'm just gonna have a few more questions for you guys. And then maybe at the end we could just get to know a little bit more about MetaDefender. We've talked about all your products, but one other major question, can you tell us any details of your tokenomics or airdrops, since you have mentioned tokens a little bit in this interview?
Okay, okay. And when talking about our token, it is not only about the option trading, not only about the ACID option trading now on Mandala and Acala. Yes, it is our native token named DEF. Since we name ourselves Defender, yes, our token is DEF. It serves for the whole roadmap of our product, including the option market and the yield trading market and the yield perpetual market. Yes, and maybe I think the 75% will be distributed to the communities through different ways. And firstly, at least 30% will be given to those who provide market making funds for our perpetual market, and at least 20% will be given for LPs of DEF pairs on variable dexes like Uniswap or SushiSwap or Acala swap. Yeah, and what's more, we will hold a perp trade mining activity after the launch of the yield perpetual market. Anyone who open a long or short position on YTs, no matter you get profit or loss from the position itself, he will get some DEF rewards pro rata to his position size and the holding period. Just like we remember in 2020, Compound held a borrow to earn activity. Yes. Something like that. Yeah, yeah. A trade. I'd rather call it trade to earn. Yeah. But for those who is really interested in our token, you don't need to wait for the launch of our perpetual market. And currently, the early users of us, including the users who trade ACID options and hold option market NFTs, both on Mandala testnet and on Acala EVM Plus mainnet, will have the opportunity to get DEF airdrop in the future. And totally 2% of DEF will be airdropped to our early supporters on Acala network. So welcome to play with us as soon as possible.
Well, if that's not alpha, I don't know what is. So, guys, get out there, test some things out. You don't have anything to lose trying something out. But also, if you getting a breakdown of this DEF token, and how it will be heavily distributed to the community for those who provide liquidity, for those who partake in the products. It all sounds really cool. And yeah, for those that hear in the chat, you're hearing it first, you're hearing it early, so that's an opportunity for you guys to consider. You could always read more about MetaDefender. You can always ask the team directly in their Discord and Telegram. I'm sure Alvin will be happy to help, as well as the other team members. But before we close out, Angie or Alvin, is there anything else that you'd like to share that we might have missed in this chat?
Let me share a little bit about our roadmap. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Yes, please.
Yeah. We will deploy the MetaDefender product on Ethereum, Arbitrum, and Acala EVM Plus. And on Ethereum and Arbitrum, we will deeply engage with Pendle Finance, as I mentioned before. And on Acala, we need to build up the first yield trading market, tokenized yield, that is the spots market from the first step, just like since on Ethereum we already have Pendle, but on Acala EVM Plus we should do that first, and then following the perpetual market. Yeah. And for as today we are talking in Acala community, and for L so especially for L dot and T dot. Yes, these will be whitelisted into our yield trading market firstly. Yeah. And currently, we have almost finished the yield token spots marketplace for DOT-driven LSTs, and we are basically testing with it. And the DOT yield market will be launched within a couple of months. Sorry, and matching the time of the unlocking of crowd-loan DOT, and we believe it is a very good opportunity for us. And for the yield perpetual market or the fixed yield product, we have almost finished the deployment, finished the coding of its smart contracts, and we are on Ethereum. We are combining them with Pendle smart contract interfaces, and it will be available not later than the January of 2024. Yes. So this is our milestones in the following months, and I welcome to join our community. Welcome to talk with us. Thank you.
That sounds great. You guys are building great needed infrastructure, but also have the experience of some of the infrastructure that is already built, for example, Pendle, and bringing that to other ecosystems. This has been a great time. It's been very informative. I hope it was informative to everybody in the crowd or listening on YouTube. And again, for those, this meeting is recorded and will be posted on our YouTube channel. If you've missed any parts of it, or if you want to rewatch any part of it, be sure to follow MetaDefender on socials, join the Discord, join their Telegram, and they're on Twitter as well. Exciting things are coming in the short term. The roadmap, some of the milestones are going to be pretty soon. Time goes by fast, and hey, we might have a turn in the market. So Alvin and Angie, I'd like to thank you again for taking the time to come to this community call, and we'll let you guys get back into building, and we're very excited for what's to come between MetaDefender and Acala.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for having us here.
Yes. And of course, thank you to the crowd for popping in, and we'll hope to speak to you guys soon. Have a good rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world, and we'll speak to you guys soon.
Okay, let's go to the moon together. Yeah.
Definitely.